Hello and good evening to all the students and students. In today's session we will learn how integers are marked in a number line. Okay, so let's start our session. And for marking integers in a number line, first of all we need a scale. So please take out your scale and we will start drawing line. Okay, so this is a scale and first of all we will draw a line. Okay, so you also draw a line. So this is a simple line and now we will mark some alphabets in it. Okay, suppose this is A, this is B, this is C, this is D, this is E, this is F, this is G, this is H, this is I, this is J, this is K. Okay, so this is a line and in this line we have marked some alphabets at a given interval. Okay, students, so this is a simple line and in this line I have marked some alphabets on it. Now we will practice here integers, that is how integers are represented in a line. Suppose we have to start from 0. Okay, so I am just marking here, suppose this is the number 0. Okay, and now look at here. If we move to right of 0, okay, so what comes at the right, that is just after 0. Here it is 1, okay, and after 1 it is 2, and after 2 it will be 3, and it is 4, and this is 5. Okay, and this way the numbers are marked. Okay, now what will become just before 0? Okay, so you all know in previous lecture I have discussed what comes just before 0. Just before 0 it is -1. Here it will be -2, here it will be -3, here it will be -4, here it will be -5. So now look at this line. In this line we have marked number here A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K. And at A we have got number that is integer and it is -5, and at B we have got integer, it is -4, and at C we have got integer, it is -3, and at D we have marked -2. Similarly at E we have marked -1, at F we have marked 0, at G we have marked 1, and similarly H 2, I 3, J, K, and K 5. Okay, now from here what we will learn from here? We will just learn from here that if we have to add any number on 0, okay, if we add any number to 0, we will have to move towards right. Okay, you can see from here how these numbers are moving, that is these numbers are positive numbers and positive numbers are always comes just after 0. Okay, similarly if we have to mark negative numbers or numbers which are less than 0, so if we have to mark number less than 0, then it will come just before 0. So similarly you can see from here, this is -1, from here we will move more back, then it will get -2, and from here we will move more back, then we will see this is the -3, and similarly this is -4 and this is -5. Okay, so from here we can simply learn a lesson that numbers which are positive and greater than 0 comes just after 0, and numbers which are negative numbers and less than 0 comes before 0. Okay, now we will do some more examples in this exercise. Okay, students, now I hope that you have learned how integers are marked in a number line. Okay, so now we will do some more examples as given in NCERT textbook, and you all remember this textbook, and at number page 2 we have got some statements and we have to do whether they are correct or incorrect. And first is, when two positive integers are added we get a positive integers. Okay, so first is when two positive integers, positive I am just writing in short form, for positive I am writing plus, and for integers I am writing z. Okay, when two positive integers are added, we get a positive integer. We get a positive integer. Okay. So question first is, when two positive integers, z represents integer. Okay. When two positive integers are added, we get a positive integer. So what do you think, that this statement is correct or incorrect? That is whether it is true or false. Now we will just learn by example. Suppose two positive integers are, one is 1 and other is 2. Now we will add it. What happens? 1 plus 2 will be 3. So it is true, I think. Okay, and you also learned, when two positive numbers are added, we always get a positive number, whether they are natural numbers or whole numbers. So similarly for integers also, when two positive integers are added, we will get simply positive integers. And now we will do second example. We will take second example. Suppose one positive integer is 10 and other positive integer is 18. Okay, so simply we can add here and we will get 28, which is again positive integer. So this statement is correct. When two positive integers are added, we always get a positive integer. Okay, so you can note from here. Now I am doing second question of it. So second question is, when two negative integers are added, we get a positive integers. So I am writing here in short form, when two negative integers are added, we get a positive integers. Okay. Negative, for negative I have written here subtraction sign, and for positive I have written here plus sign. Okay. So simply I have written it, and you can see from exercise also at page number 2, it is given in your textbook. When two negative integers are added, we get a positive integer. So we will just understand it by taking two examples. Example number A, suppose two negative integers are, one is -8 and other is -10. Now what? We have to add it. Okay. So we will simply add like this, -8 plus another is -10. Okay. Now we are adding here. So what we will get? -8 and plus and minus will be minus. I have told in my previous lecture also, multiplication rule, that when different signs are multiplied, we always get negative. So here plus and minus will be negative. So -8 and -10, answer will be -18. That is, it is a negative integer. -18 is a negative integer. So this statement becomes incorrect. We will also do another example for learning this more. And now we will take a simple other two integers. Suppose this is -7 and other is -20. Okay, now we will add it, -7 plus -20. So what will we get? Here it will be -7 and plus minus will be -20. So simply it will be -27. This is again a negative integer. So, but here statement is, when two negative integers are added, we get a positive integer. So this statement will be incorrect. So you can mark in your book that this statement is incorrect. Okay. Now we will do third example of it. And third example given in book here, when a positive integer and a negative integer are added, we always get a negative integer. Okay, so I am just rubbing it. So example third given in your textbook is, when a positive integer and a negative integer are added. That is, I am again writing in a short form, when a positive integer and a negative integer are added, are added, we always get a negative integer. Okay, I have written in short form, but you can see from your textbook what is the main question. And again here I am again solving here. When a positive integer and a negative integer are added, we get a negative integer. So let's see what comes in the answer. Suppose one positive integer is 10 and the other negative integer is minus 7. Okay, one is 10, that is it is a positive integer, and another is negative integer. And now we have to add it. Okay, so we are adding it 10 plus sign, and here it will be minus sign because this is a negative integer. So again here it will be 10 and plus minus will be minus, and this is 7. So what comes answer? 3. So in this form we are saying that it may be correct, but when a positive integers and negative integers are added, we can always get negative integer. So let's see other example. Now suppose in different situation, here it is 10 and other negative integer is minus 20. Now we will add it again, 10 plus minus 20. So what comes? 10 plus minus will be minus, and this will be 20. So answer will be minus 10. So we can see here in one condition here it is positive integer, and in other condition here it is negative integer. So this statement, when a positive integer and a negative integer are added, we always get a negative integer. So in this situation we find here it is not always positive, neither it has always negative integer. It depends on a situation, that when a negative integer becomes in bigger size, then it will be negative, and when a positive integer in bigger size, then it will be a positive. Okay, so this statement will be incorrect because it is not always a negative integer. We have seen here a situation 2 when we add to 10, here we will add in 7 minus 7, then we will get a positive number, and when we are adding 10 which is positive integer and 20 which is negative integer, and when we add here we will get negative integer, that is situation has changed. So this statement will be incorrect. So you can note it down because this is some typical situation. Okay students, now we will do another example of it. That is example number 4. And this example is very interesting, and the statement is additive inverse of an integer 8 is minus 8, and the additive inverse of minus 8 is 8. Okay, additive inverse of an integer 8 is minus 8. So I am writing additive inverse of an integer 8 is minus 8. Okay. Okay students, now here we have question additive inverse of an integer 8 is minus 8. Okay, if suppose any integer is given and we have to find inverse of that integer, then we just do a simple practice that we add both the numbers. Now here we will add in 8 plus minus 8. Now what will be the answer? 8 minus 8, and it will be 0. And if the resultant is 0, then it means that inverse of that number is correct. Okay, so 8 inverse is minus 8 and it will be correct. So this statement becomes correct. Now we will try some other inverse also. Suppose an integer is 10. So what will be inverse of it? So we will add both the inverse. Its inverse will be minus 10. Okay, so 10 minus 10 and resultant will be 0. It means that inverse of 10 will be minus 10. Now we will try some other situation. Let's take other integer as 11 and now take its inverse as, suppose we are taking as minus 10. So we will add both minus 10. Now see what will be the answer, and its answer will be 1. It means that inverse of 11 is not minus 10, and from here we can find resultant is not 0, it is 1. So we can understand simply that inverse of the any number, whether it is positive, then its inverse will be negative. If the number is negative, then its inverse will be positive numbers. And when the resultant comes 0, then it means that numbers are inverse of each other. Okay students, now I hope that you have understand the concept of integers and you have understand the example also. And if you like my channel, then you subscribe this channel and please like, share and subscribe also. Okay, thank you students.